All right. All right. So you're about to see a video that I did 2.5 weeks ago, pre-Easter, and I didn't put it out. I had so much and you'll see. I mentioned in this video I was going to do a little Easter message, and I was going to do a little drum cover. Just to say, I'll be back in about 2-3 weeks because I had to do some work on my computer. The malware was so bad, oh my god, I explained in the video, I want to say it now. And by the way, how do you like my hair? I haven't had a haircut because I'm paying back so much money from the car. Friday when I get a cut. Oh, you know, a little while I thought I was doing a comb over, it looked so good. I was like a beautiful comb. No, my hair. 60 years old, my friends. Look at that. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. I can't believe it. Anyway, so there's so much malware, and I was going to take a 2-week break and get it all cleaned up. So the malware got so bad, and then at the same time, my subscription to my editing software went, and kablooey. I couldn't put out a video. And I had to make money to pay for the computer's repair, and at the same time, resubscribe to my editing software. Man, oh man. Anyway, I hope you had a good Easter. Got a little Easter message. I'm going to be back on it every week. Next week we're going to do odd meters, and I got some musicians on couches coming up. Some new musicians on couches coming up. Stay tuned, my friends. Thank you for being with me on this channel. Anyway, enjoy the next video. It'll be time coded. You can stick right to the skip right to the tune if you want. But the message I got is kind of good. I'm not even a Christian. I'm not even a Christian. Anyway, see you soon. Hey folks, how you doing? All right, so this is going to be my probably the last video for maybe a 1-week or 2-week hiatus. I know I didn't post one last week, and that was because I had a big exam in these college courses I'm taking. The reason this time is there's a little problem with my laptop, and it's a struggle to get a video out at the moment. Like a real struggle. Listen. The pop-ups for McAfee, they won't stop, and they get in the way, and you can't even move them. Like, who's the CEO from McAfee who thought this was a good idea? Because I'm telling you right now, the way I feel about McAfee, if my doctor told me, son, you got about 5 days to live, but the cure is ordering that McAfee, then I'm going to die. They can go to hell, heck, whatever you want to say. Anyway, so today I'm just doing, because I don't want to just disappear for 2 weeks. Anyway, I call this video Holiday Message, a little story about my mom, and one of my favorite tunes. So first, the last thing you're going to see here, and you can go right to it if you want, I did a drum cover of The Song Remains the Same from Led Zeppelin. Now, on this channel, we don't do 87 takes to get everything perfect. I don't study the stuff. I do it as if I got the call and I was going to do it on stage for you, right? So I don't play it note for note like John Bonham, but there's more to it with that song. There's, Jimmy Page really is doing a lot of pushing and pulling with the time on that. So you can feel it slide around. And I did 4 takes, gave you the 4 takes. So there's some moments the time gets a little squirrely, but then I get right back in, you know, I get right back in. But I just left it so you can see. But if I was recording it with a band, you know, they'd be following my time. And without bragging, although a little bit, my time is pretty damn good. So, and in the mix, they don't really have bottom up as high as he normally is. And I think there's a reason, because I think you can even hear sometimes where bottom's a little ahead and Page is a little behind, so it was a little tough. And the halftime section is not halftime, it's like much slower than halftime, so you got to feel that. I did work on that a little bit, but pretty much you're seeing the 4th take. That's the best it's going to be. Anyway, and I did it because it's my favorite song, and that leads me to my holiday message. I don't want to say Easter message because I'm not a believer. I'm sorry, I'm not a believer. But I do believe in this time as a time of reflection, because it's a time that represents, among the different religions, rebirth or fertility, if you go by the original version of Easter, which is Ishtar, the goddess of fertility, right? It's birth, rebirth, reincarnation, resurrection is in there. And really, if you want to talk to me about religion, that's fine. I'm good with that. And that brings me to my holiday message. We can disagree, and I'm okay with that if we disagree, as long as you're not like a racist or something like that. As a matter of fact, there is somebody who said some, things about how they thought that black people didn't have as high an IQ as white people, and I have disassociated myself with them. Like, that's too far. But if you believe in austerity austerity economics or whatever, I'm a democratic socialist. Bernie, I want to see UBI, universal basic income for everybody over the age of 21. Yay, universal health care, free tuition. That's who I am. I'm not afraid of that. I'm not frightened by it. I'm not afraid to say it. But you may have a valid point on your side, and that's okay. And that brings me to my holiday message. Sometimes now there's kind of an epidemic in America, I think, of taking ourselves a little too seriously, which is the reason that some people, if they disagree with me, can't talk to me. Because they disagree with me, or they'll say some snide comments on, text me and say some kind of things about kind of nasty a little bit, like my brain's too small to understand these political concepts. So because I have a liberal brain, that's been said to me. All right, so but there's a thing that we take ourselves so seriously now that, my opinion. So I want to just tell you a story about my mom. My mom died at the age of 49. She died of pancreatic cancer, and she died in 1984. I suck at math. I don't know how many years ago that was. But in those days, pancreatic cancer, it's still a death sentence, but it's a little more, they can make it a little more tolerable now. In those days, it was like a 6 months from diagnosis to death. Now it's a little longer. I would watch my mom literally writhe on the floor in pain. And they didn't know back then. They thought it was intestinal problem. They were giving her Valiums and all sorts of stuff. They misdiagnosed her like 7 times. But that's not what this message is about. I couldn't help my mom with that. But sadder for me than the fact that she died at 49, 50 years of age is that she was the most angry person I'd ever met. She blamed everyone all the time. Now, she blamed her ex-husband a lot, my dad. Deservedly so. My dad is an idiot. My dad's 91, thinks Tucker Carlson is the son of God. Well, it likes to tell me, you know what? You're a socialist. Why don't you just leave the country? Get out of here. This is my dad. 91. You know, when he's already trips and falls, I'm telling you, that's the earth saying, get the hell off of me. But he won't go. And my mom blamed me sometimes. She blamed me. She said some very nasty things to me. And I was a bit of a rough kid, I guess. You know, I was in trouble a lot with schools and things like that. And I was picked on a lot as a kid, and she didn't understand that. Kids beat me up all the time. Anyway, I can't remember seeing her happy. Maybe for a day or two, but never really happy. Because she felt that the world owed her something. And it wasn't until a week before she died, you know, we knew she was going to go. And the hospital called me and gave me a cot in the room, and I was able to spend time with her and talk with her. And it wasn't until 3 or 4, maybe 5 days before her death that I finally saw her happy. And it's perplexed me for the last, what has it been, 40 years. She was happy because she finally let it all go. She finally let it all go. The blame, the wishing that luck, God, whatever you believe in, would have given her whatever it is that she was hoping for. And I don't like to say the world doesn't owe you anything in that way. The world doesn't owe you anything. You know, and that capitalist Republican way. The world, pull yourself up by your own bootstraps. Some people don't have bootstraps. So I don't like to say that. But there is a truth to it. And today I want to tell you the reason I chose this song. And I gotta fix my computer. You know, I used to play with Dick Wagner and some national acts and tour a lot. And I had a house and a couple of cars and all that kind of stuff. And now I live in a 1-bedroom apartment with probably a ghost. I don't know. I'm not kidding about that. But what makes me happy, because if there is a God, I thank God I found my joy, is going into my bedroom and playing drums to a song I love brings me joy. Whether I'm playing in front of 10,000 people, and I have, or whether I'm playing in my bedroom to this camera, and I do. And we have to find that thing. It could be your children, it could be cooking, it could be a meal, it could be something that you can focus on that will bring you joy and you let the joy in. And yes, gratitude for what you have. And when I do that and I go in that bedroom and I play a song that I just love to play, I'm happy. And the fact that I'm in a little tiny 1-bedroom apartment that I don't like very much, it'll come back around. I'm doing my channel. You guys have made the channel a success. I thank you. I want to say happy whatever it is you're celebrating. Easter, Passover, whatever it is you're celebrating. Happy, 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 happy. Muslims, the same thing. Wiccans, the same thing. All of you. So my holiday message is this. It's very simple. Don't take yourself so seriously. You got 80 years here, maybe, if you're lucky. I could wake up dead tomorrow. But then if you wake up dead, I guess you're not dead. I don't know. But I made that decision when I was in that room with my mom that I wasn't going to live my life angry, hateful. And music made me happy, so I was going to pursue music for better or worse, and I've had rich times and poor times and all those times in between, but throughout them all, I've been upset, I've been down, I've been depressed, I've had all those things, but the moment I put two sticks in my hands, I find that peace. I find that joy. So whatever it is, that's my message. Those guys. Anyway, got a lot of good things coming up this month. Like I said, we're taking about 2 weeks off maybe to get my computer fixed. And enjoy this tune. It's not perfect. Fourth take. I hope you do. I just had a good time playing it for you. I'll see you in about 2 weeks. See you on the next one. Alright, one mistake. I already tried it 4 times. I'm not taking it again. You gotta live with that. Alright, see you in about 2-3 weeks, okay? Okay?